Hello, my dear students. The time is 7 p.m. right now, and I think we are live. Everyone, give me a confirmation if we are live, if the audio, video, screen, everything is clear. Are we ready to start the session? Everyone, give me a positive confirmation. Based on that, we'll accordingly be starting our session. Yes, sir, it is clear. Sharji is asking, sir, yesterday I was not able to attend the live session. I was not keeping well. Can you say the important questions of yesterday's session so I can watch it? Watch the entire session, dear. I would recommend watch the entire session. It is already there on YouTube. Okay. Yes, sir. We are ready to start the session. Great. Hello my dear warriors, I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Welcome to today's session of Costing Abhyaas Batch. We are discussing the chapter Labor Costing. Part 1 of the video is already over. We are now continuing with the part 2 of our video. So the way we normally begin, let's start with a simple quote. He who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. That's a very simple philosophy we have to keep in mind throughout our lifetime, that the more we prepare ourselves here, the less is going to be the difficulty in the examination center. That's why in our session, while we are solving questions, we solve all the questions, even the most difficult of questions. You would be asking, sir, it's an exam oriented batch. Why are you solving all the questions? Because we want to practice so much here that in the examination center, when you enter, you know that doesn't matter what kind of questions come, you are capable, you are worthy enough, you are ready to tackle all those questions. So keep this on the back of your mind always. Let's sweat more in training so that when the time for war comes, we are ready. Yes, everyone. So let us start our discussion. We started with the chapter labor costing. So part 1, labor turnover ratios is over. Part 2, labor remuneration system. We've discussed the concept. Couple of questions were over. Now let us continue our discussion. So we are discussing question number 11. Beautiful question. A very beautiful question. So we are going to put a star on this and we are going to write what everyone Maja is coming. Okay. So let us see the question. Pay attention everyone. All your doubts will address. First, listen to this. Mr. A is working by employing 10 skilled workers. There is a Mr. A. He is working by employing 10 skilled workers. Okay. He is considering introduction of some incentive scheme. He wants to come up with some incentive scheme. Either it can be Halsey scheme or it can be Rowan scheme for wage payment, for increasing employee productivity to cope up with the increased demand for the product by 25%. Okay. He feels that if the proposed incentive scheme could bring about an average 20% increase over the present earnings of the workers, it could act as sufficient incentive for them to produce more, and he has accordingly given this assurance to the workers. So what is happening? The demand of the product has increased by 25%. Imagine previously I was selling 100 units. Now customer is asking for 125 units. So more units I'll have to produce. So either option number 1, I can get more employees. Yes or no, everyone? Or option number 2, I can ask the existing employees only to work a bit more efficiently, to work a bit more, so that using the existing employees itself, we can get the work done. Now why will employees work more? Because we have promised them that we will be giving them some incentive. What is the promise that we have given? Yes, if the proposed incentive scheme can bring about a 20% increase over the present earnings, it can act as sufficient incentive, and he has accordingly given the assurance to the workers. We have given the assurance to the workers. That means we have given the promise to the workers that your earnings will increase by at least 25%. That means if right now you are earning 1000 rupees, in future you will earn at least 1200. That promise we have given to our employees. Okay. Okay, sir. As a result of this assurance, increase in productivity has been observed as revealed by the following figures. Okay. Hourly rate of wages guaranteed per hour, guaranteed how much we have guaranteed, 40 per hour. Average time for producing one piece by one worker at the previous performance. This may be considered as time allowed to produce one unit. Ideally, how much time is allowed? 2 hours is allowed. Actually, how many days our employees have worked? 25 days. Daily, how many hours they have worked? 8 hours per day. Yes, in that particular month, how many units they have produced? 1250 units they have produced. Yes, required, calculate the effective rate of earnings per hour as per Halsey as well as Rowan scheme. I have to calculate effective rate of earnings per hour. Effectively for 1 hour, how much I am getting. Okay, let me do that. And calculate savings to Mr. A in terms of direct labor cost per piece. Both the requirements will be solving, no issues. But before that, yes. If ICA is asking any question on labor remuneration system, I've told you I want 3 basic data. 3 data I have, anything I can calculate. What are the 3 data that I want? Firstly, I want the information about my basic wage rate or my time rate. Next, I want information of time allowed, which is the standard hours for actual output. Next, I want information about time taken. Once I get the 3 information, anything in the world I can calculate. So, what we'll do is, first let us try to calculate that data. And ask you guys to try this once by yourselves. I hope you would have at least read the question. So now let us try understanding basic data. First is my basic wage rate. Hourly bare minimum, at least how much I'll have to pay to my employees? 40 rupees in any case I'll have to pay, because that is something that I've promised to my employees. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. Now I'll have to calculate time allowed. How much time is allowed to my employees? What is time allowed, students? It is the standard hours for actual output. Now understand one thing. How many units my employees have actually produced? 1250 units they have produced. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. Now tell me one thing, students. To produce 1 unit, ideally how much time I am giving? To produce 1 unit, how much time I am giving? I am giving them 2 hours. That means to produce 1250 units, ideally how much hours is available? So it is 2 hours per unit into 1250 units. Ideally, what is my time allowed, students? It is 2500 hours. Yes or no, everyone? Give me a confirmation. Is this clear? Yes, sir, it is clear. What is the next calculation that I want? I want information about time taken. That is actually how much time you have taken, boss. That is the actual hours. Now tell me one thing. In the organization, how many employees are there? Sir, 10 employees are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 employees are there. Details are given for 1 month. Tell me, daily one employee is working for how many hours? Sir, daily one employee is working for 8 hours per day. Like that, how many days he is working? He is working for 25 days, sir. That means, tell me one thing, students. One employee is working for how many hours? 8 hours for 1 day, like this 25 days. So 8 into 25, is it 200 hours per month? That is of one employee, students. Like that, how many such employees I am having? 10 employees I am having. That means altogether, how many hours we have actually worked? 2000 hours we have worked. Now tell me one thing, students, whether our employees are good or bad. The work they should have finished in 2500 hours. But actually they have finished the same work in just 2000 hours. Is this good? Is this bad? Sir, this is good, sir. How much time they have saved for us? 2500 minus 2000. They have saved 500 hours for us. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, sir. Now based on that, let us try calculating the total earnings as per Halsey system as well as Rowan system. As per Halsey system, tell me one thing, students. What is the total wages as per Halsey system? It is time wages plus bonus, wherein bonus is 50% of time saved into rate per hour. Okay, so let me try calculating time wages. Actually, how many hours we have worked? Actually, our employees have worked for 2000 hours, sir. That means for 2000 hours, in any case, I'll have to make the payment. Per hour, how much I'll have to pay them? Per hour, 40. In any case, I'll have to pay. Yes or no, everyone? So 2000 into 40, 80,000 in any case, I'll have to pay, whether they're efficient or not. But they're efficient also. For that bonus also, I'll have to pay. How much bonus? 50%. How much time they've saved for us? Sir, they've saved 500 hours. That means 500 hours at the rate of 40. They have saved 20,000 for us. 50% of that, 10,000 will be paying as bonus. So 80,000 plus 10,000. Altogether 90,000 I'll be paying to my employees. Yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir. Shall we continue, students? Yes, sir. Okay. Now this is total earnings as per Halsey scheme. Now I'll have to calculate as per Rowan scheme also. So pay attention, let me resize it. Okay. Tell me as per Rowan scheme. As per Rowan scheme, what is the formula for total wages, sir? Sir, it is time wages plus bonus, where bonus is time saved divided by time allowed into my time wages. Okay, sir. Our employees have worked for 2000 hours, so 2000 hours at the rate of 40, 80,000 in any case I'll have to pay. But whether they are efficient, yes sir, they're very good employees, so I'll be paying them bonus also. Total in how much hours they should have finished the work? 2500 hours they should have finished the work. Okay, out of 2500 hours, how much time did they save for us? They saved 500 hours. That means they've saved 1/5 of the time. 20% time they have saved, that means 20% bonus I will give. 20% of what? 20% of 80,000. Yes or no, everyone? So is it 16,000? Yes sir, 16,000 is bonus, 80,000 is basic. That means altogether we will be paying them 96,000. Is this clear, everyone? Yes sir, it is clear. Shall we continue, students? Perfect. Okay. Now, but sir, this was not asked only now. Wait, let us see the requirement first. So what is the first requirement? Everyone, what is the first requirement? Calculate the effective rate of earnings per hour. Effectively, my employee for 1 hour, how much he is earning. Okay, sir. Now tell me, what is the total earnings as per Halsey scheme? 90,000. What is the total earnings as per Rowan? 96,000. Tell me. Yes, in this month, effectively for how many hours my employees have worked? My employees have worked for 2000 hours, sir. That means, tell me one thing, students. If Halsey scheme is followed, my employees will be getting altogether 90,000 rupees. That 90,000 that my employee is receiving, that is for working for how many hours? That is for 2000 hours. That means effectively for 1 hour, how much is my employee going to receive? It is 90,000 divided by 2000. Is this 45 per hour? Everyone give me a confirmation. Perfect. Okay. Sir, if you are paying as per Rowan, in 1 month I should be paying 96,000. How many hours my employees have worked? Employees have worked for 2,000 hours. They are getting 96,000 rupees for working 2,000 hours. That means effectively for 1 hour, how much they are getting, students? 96,000 divided by 2000. Are they getting 48 per hour? Yes or no, everyone? Is this my answer? Yes sir. That means, should I highlight? Yes sir. Till here whether things are clear? Perfect sir. Now tell me one thing, students. Are you getting some background noise? Is it manageable? Because just next to this building, okay, there is a program which is going on, okay, conducted by the temple. Okay, so a full overnight program is being carried out. So there's a background noise and other things. I hope things are manageable. Okay, because we are inside the room, to a reasonable extent voice gets eliminated, and because we are having a mic, again to some more extent, I think the voice should be cancelled. It's not a problem, right? We'll continue. Perfect. Okay, sir. Yes, you are the greatest people. Okay. Manageable. Great. I did not want to end the session, because if we just cancel it again, it keeps on extending. Okay, fine. Great. Okay, sir. First requirement is over. Perfect. Now, what is the second requirement? Calculate the savings to Mr. A in terms of direct labor cost per piece under both the schemes. Tell me, everyone. Yes, what is the question asking? Calculate savings to Mr. A. Look at this. Calculate savings to Mr. A. How much Mr. A is saving in terms of direct labor cost per piece under both the scheme. Now pay attention. I'll give you a very simple story. Imagine I am manufacturing this pen. Previously, to manufacture one pen, I am paying 50 rupees. Imagine. Now, to manufacture one pen, I am paying 40 rupees only. That means, tell me, students, for 1 unit, how much I am saving? Previously for 1 unit I was paying 50. Now for 1 unit I am paying 40 only. That means for 1 unit how much I am saving? For every unit I am saving 10 rupees. Is this clear everyone? Yes or no? Yes sir, it is clear. That means if I have to calculate savings per unit, I will tell previously for 1 unit what was the cost, now for 1 unit what is the cost. Now let me see as per Halsey scheme. Now tell me, previously was I having any incentive scheme? No sir, I was not having any incentive scheme. Tell me, previously per hour how much I used to pay to my employee? Sir, previously we used to pay just 40 per hour to our employee. And previously how many hours my employee used to take to produce 1 unit? Average time for producing 1 piece by the worker at the previous performance. Sir, previously they used to take 2 hours. That means previously to manufacture 1 unit, what was my cost, students? Previously to manufacture 1 unit, my cost was 80. Is this clear everyone? Yes sir, it is clear. Now what is my cost? Pay attention. As per Halsey scheme, total how much I am paying? I am paying 90,000 rupees sir in total. This 90,000 is for how many units? 1250 units sir. That means can I calculate for 1 unit what is the cost? Yes sir, definitely we can calculate. So for 1250 units I am paying 90,000 rupees. That means for 1 unit how much am I paying? It is 90,000 divided by 1250. Is it 72 rupees per unit? Yes or no everyone? Perfect sir. That means tell me, previously to manufacture 1 unit I was paying 80 rupees. Now to manufacture 1 unit I am paying 72 only. That means for every unit how much I am saving? I am having a savings of 8 rupees per unit. Yes or no everyone? Savings per unit. Is this clear? Yes sir, it is clear. Sir, if I am following Rowan scheme, okay, previously was there any incentive plan? No, previously for 1 unit 40 rupees per hour into 2 hours, 80 rupees I am paying. Right now if I am following Rowan scheme, okay, in this month how many units we produce? 1250 units. As per Rowan scheme, what is Rowan scheme telling? It is telling pay 96,000 boss. That means for 1 unit how much I will have to be paying? It is 96,000 divided by 1250, which is going to be 76.8 rupees. That means previously for every unit it was 80 rupees. Now for every unit it is 76.8. That means for every unit I am having a savings of 3.2 rupees. Is this clear everyone? Any doubts? Shall we continue? Give me a confirmation. Yes sir, it is clear. Now with that, whether the requirement of question is over? Yes sir, the requirement of question is over. This is one of the most beautiful questions, students. Nothing technical, but you should be good with the simple cross multiplication. You should understand the feel of the question, that's all. Okay, so what all question was asking? Firstly I had to calculate, get my basic data. Time allowed, time taken I had to calculate. Yes, 1250 units I have produced, for every unit 2 hours, so 2500 hours is time allowed, time taken. Yes, 1 employee 8 hours per day into 25 days into 10 employees, time taken. Based on that you can calculate total earnings as per Halsey and Rowan. Based on that effective hourly you will do, no issues. Second, when question is asking savings per unit, it means how will I get savings? Previously how much I am paying, now how much I am paying. Previously there was no incentive, so it was 40 per hour into 2 hours, 80 rupees. Now incentive is there. That means Halsey means 90,000 I am paying for 1250. Accordingly I will be doing the calculation. Accordingly I will be getting my answer. Is this clear everyone? Now tell me whether the question's requirement is over. Look at this everyone. Actual time is 2000 hours. Basic wages is 80,000. Time saved is 500. Okay. Halsey scheme. Okay, they have here just calculated. Bonus separately they have calculated 10,000. So 80 plus 10, 90,000. Rowan 80 plus 60, 96,000. Okay, effective hourly rate is 45 and 48. Yes, then savings as per Halsey it is 8 rupees, as per Rowan it is 3.2. Yes or no everyone? Yes sir. Now I want to do some additional calculation. Why sir? Chumma, for my happiness. But let us try doing that, students. Pay attention. Additional requirement which is not asked in the question. But sir, why you are doing, sir? Just give me 5 minutes dear, we'll explain. Okay, I want to calculate the effective increase in the earnings of workers over their present earnings. That means I want to know for my employee effectively how much more they are earning. Previously how much they are earning, now how much they are earning, how much more they are earning. Tell me students, previously was there any incentive plan? No sir, previously there was no incentive plan. That means previously for 1 hour how much they were earning? Previously for 1 hour they were earning 40 rupees. Now whether I'm having incentive plan? Yes sir, we are having incentive plan. That means now for 1 hour how much my employees are earning? As per Halsey we are paying 45, as per Rowan I am paying 48. Okay, the new earnings as per Halsey it is 45, as per Rowan it is 48. Now here I have done calculation on per hour basis. If you want you can do the calculation on total basis also, it does not make any difference. That means tell me, if I am following Halsey's plan, per hour how much extra my employee is getting? Previously he was getting 40, now he is getting 45. That means per hour he is getting 5 rupees extra. As per Rowan he is getting 8 rupees extra. If I have to calculate the percentage increase in earnings, tell me students, what is the formula for percentage increase? It is increase or decrease divided by original value. Yes or no everyone? 4th standard maths. So previously it was 40 rupees. Now from 40 it has increased by 5. That means how much percentage it has increased? 5 by 40, I think it's 1/8, 12.5 percentage. Yes or no everyone? Okay sir. Yes, if it from 40 if it has increased by 8, that means 1/5, is it 20 percentage? Everyone give me a confirmation. Yes sir, till here it is clear. Now if my question is asking, if there is a requirement in the question telling advise a company about the selection of the scheme that will fulfill its assurance of incentivizing the workers. Yes, tell me one thing students, in the question, yes, we made a promise to our employees. Yes or no everyone? A promise was once made. That promise will be kept. Where did you see this legendary dialogue students? KGF part 2, yes or no everyone? We made a promise to our employees. What promise we made to our employees? We told accordingly this assurance is given to our employees. What assurance? That if the proposed incentive scheme can bring about a 20% increase over the present earnings, we have told our employees that boss, right now what you are earning, at least 20% more we will be giving it to you. Okay, that promise we have made. That means if I pay for them as per Halsey scheme, will I be giving them 20% more? No. That means will they be happy? They were expecting that next month at least 20% more will be getting. We just got 12.5% more. Is it more? Yes, it is more. But are they happy? They are not happy. But if I am paying as per Rowan, I had promised at least 20% more I'll be paying. Am I paying them 20% more? Yes sir, I am paying them 20% more. That means in order to fulfill the promise that I have made to my employees, which incentive plan I should follow? Should I follow Halsey's plan or Rowan's plan? Sir, I should follow Rowan's plan. Yes or no everyone? Company has given an insurance that the proposed incentive scheme will bring about a 20% increase. Halsey is only bringing 12.5% increase. Rowan is going to bring about 20%. So Rowan scheme should be implemented because it fulfills the company's assurance of increasing the earnings by 20%. Is this clear everyone? Is this calculation clear? Yes sir, this calculation is clear. But why we did this calculation? That we don't know sir. Let us understand why we did that calculation. Yes, let us come to question number 14 asked in the examination. Pay attention everyone. Question number 14. Sorry, it is not 14, it is question number 13. There's a slight, okay, sorry, here while we are writing I think the number changed, is it? Okay, this is 14 only, but for some reason here a small mistake has happened. What is this? This is a question asked in the past examination, Jan 21 for 10 marks. Let us see this question everyone. Z Limited is working by employing 50 skilled employees. Okay, it is considering introduction of incentive scheme, Halsey or Rowan, okay, to adjust with the increasing demand for product by 40%. Company feels that if the proposed incentive scheme can bring about a 20% increase, it can act as sufficient incentive, and company has accordingly given assurance. Sir, till now it is looking same sir. Maja is coming sir. Because of this assurance, increase in productivity has been observed. Okay, hourly rate 50 rupees. Average time for producing 1 unit at previous performance 1.975. Number of days 24 days, 8 hours per day, 6,120 units. What all I'll have to calculate? Basic wage rate 50 per hour. time allowed for 1 unit 1.975 hours. Like that 6120 units I have produced. That gives me time allowed. Time taken, daily 8 hours my employee is working. Like that 24 days he is working. Like that how many employees I'm having? 50 employees I'm having. I will get time taken. I will get time saved. Can I calculate payable as per Halsey and Rowan? Yes sir, I can calculate. Now see what is the question. I say is asking, calculate the effective increase in earnings. What is question asking? Increase in earnings in percentage terms. How do I calculate, sir? Simple, sir. I will tell. Pay attention, everyone. I will tell what is their old earnings. Old earnings, how much it is? As against that, new earnings, how much it is? I will get the increase in earnings. I will get the percentage increase in earnings. Simple, sir. Okay. Jujube question. Okay. Second, calculate the savings to Z Limited in terms of labor cost per unit. Labor cost per unit. Previously for 1 unit how much? Now for 1 unit how much? Can I again do this? Yes, sir. Now question is asking, advise Z Limited about the selection of the scheme that will fulfill its assurance of incentivizing the workers. Which scheme will have to follow? We will see. Wherever 20% more we are giving to our employee, that scheme will be doing. Is there anything new in this question, students? No, sir. That means, do I need to solve this question? No, sir. But sir, whether you have to solve this question? Yes, dear. You will have to solve this question. Try this question by yourself as a homework question. Is this clear, everyone? So wherever the adjustments are exactly same, only those questions I'll eliminate. Okay, even if one requirement is extra, I'll be solving it for you guys. Is this clear, everyone? Shall we continue? Okay, sir. Now, what do we do? We will now come to question number 12. Pay attention, everyone. Question number 12. Question number 12. Now, question number 12. This is again a decent question, not a great question, not a bad question. Decent. Let me see. Wage negotiations. Okay, the moment we try increasing our speed, is our wording somewhere. Center fresh. Wage negotiations are going on with the recognized employees union, and management wants you as an executive company to formulate an incentive plan with a view to increase productivity. Okay, sir. The case of 3 typical workers, details of 3 workers are given, who all A, B and C, who produce respectively 180, 120 and 100 units of company's product in a normal day of 8 hours is taken up for study. 3 employees are there, they produce 180, 120, 100 units. Okay, sir. Assuming that day wages will be guaranteed at 75 per hour. At least how much we have made a promise? We have told that at least 75 per hour you will be getting, boss. Okay. And the piece rate will be based on a standard hourly output of 10 units. That means, tell me, can I calculate the piece rate? Yes, sir. For 1 hour, how much I have promised to pay? 75. And what is my expectation? I am expecting that in 1 hour, my employee should be producing 10 units. That means, tell me, for 1 unit, how much I am willing to pay to my employee? Piece rate is going to be 75 by 10, which is going to be 7.5 per unit. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. Perfect. Calculate earnings of each of the 3 workers and employee cost per 100 piece. Now, I'll just erase everything. Now, let us see the requirement because it is important, students. Yes, what is required? Calculate. Okay, boss, I have to calculate what? Earnings of each of the 3 workers. Yes, A, B, C, 3 employees are there. Every employee's earnings I have to calculate. Okay, sir, let me calculate. And employee cost per 100 piece also I'll have to calculate. As per which all scheme? As per day wages, piece rate, Halsey, Rowan. Now 4 schemes are there. I will be doing as per any 2 schemes. Balance 2, you try it by yourself because in terms of calculation there is nothing. Yes, now here there is one more important thing. This line is important. Also calculate under the above schemes the average labor cost for company. What is the students? Average labor cost for the company. For the company it is asking to produce 100 pieces. If company wants to produce 100 pieces, what is the cost? Okay sir, all the things we'll do. First thing for us is to write down the data. Okay, let us write down the data. Based on that, everything in the world will calculate, sir. No tension. Okay. ABC, tell me how many units they have produced. Question. A has produced 180 units. Okay, boss. B has produced 120 units. C has produced 100 units. Okay, sir. Now, actually, they have produced all these things by working for how much hours? Okay, the case of 3 typical workers, they have produced 180, 120, 100 in a normal day of 8 hours. They have produced these units by just working 8 hours, boss. Oh my God. Great. Tell me, students, ideally in 1 hour, how much units we should be producing? Ideally, standard hourly output is 10 units. Yes or no, everyone? That means in 1 hour, ideally employee should be producing 10 units. That means to produce 180 units, ideally how much hours employee should be taking? Sir, ideally he should have taken 18 hours. Okay, to produce 120 units, ideally how much hours employee should have taken? He should have taken 12 hours. To produce 100 units, ideally how much hours employee should have taken? 100 divided by 10, he should have taken 10 hours. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. That means how much time did they save? 18 hours work he finished in 8 hours. That means 10 hours he saved. Here 4 hours he saved. Here 2 hours he saved. Is this clear, everyone? Yes sir, it is clear. Now I will do calculation as per any 2 or 3 schemes. Okay, I'll first do as per day wages. Tell me day wages or basic wages or time rate. How am I paying my employees? I am paying them based on the hours worked. Yes, irrespective of whether they are efficient or not efficient, they have produced more, they have produced less. I am paying them for how much hours they worked. Tell me per hour what is the promise that I made. I told them that, boss, per hour I'll be paying you 75. Okay. How many hours my employees have worked on that day? They worked for 8 hours, sir. That means how much I'll have to pay? 75 per hour into 8 hours. Is this 600 rupees? So A will also get 600. B will also get 600. C will also get 600. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, how many units they have produced? A has produced 180 units. B has produced 120 units. C has produced 100 units. Now, let me come to the requirement of question. Okay, pay attention. Calculate. Okay. Where is this? Okay. Calculate earnings of each of the 3 workers. Did I calculate earnings? Okay. And the employee cost per 100 pieces. The employee cost per 100 pieces. Now tell me, if A is producing, how much I paid to A? I paid 600 rupees to A. That was to produce how many units, students? That was to produce 180 units. That means if A is telling, boss, I will produce 100 units, how much I will have to pay him? Simple cross multiplication. 600 into 100 divided by 180. Yes or no, everyone? 600 into 100 by 180. Is this 333.33? Yes or no, everyone? Give me a confirmation. Simple cross multiplication. I have told you the entire costing. I will finish it off and give it to you just with the cross multiplication. Nothing more. As simple as that. Okay. Tell me, B is producing how many units? He is producing 120 units. For that, how much I am paying him for that day? 600 I paid. That means for 100 units, how much I'll have to be paying him? It is going to be 600 into 100 by 125. Is it 480 rupees? How many units C produce? C produce 100 units only. For that, how much I paid? 600 I paid. That means for 100 units, how much? Do I need to do cross multiplication? No, it is directly 600 only. Yes or no, everyone? Is it 500? 600 into 100 by 120. Okay, it was 500. Sometimes I intentionally commit mistakes just to see if you guys are alert or not. Only Shamala told me that it is 500. Nobody else informed. What is this, students? Very, very bad. Okay. Now, teacher can always commit mistakes and tell I was just checking. Okay. Yes, everyone. Till here, is this clear? Yes, sir. It is clear. Now, Question gave me 3 requirements. First one, calculate earnings of each of the 3 workers. I calculated. Second, employee cost per 100 piece. Every employee, what is the cost per 100 piece? Now, also calculate under the above scheme, the last line, the average cost of labor for the company, company how much it is incurring to produce 100 units. Tell me students, company as a whole, company is having 3 employees also. Yes, company as a whole, how much company paid? Totally 600. Company paid altogether 1800 rupees. Yes or no everyone? Yes, this is from company's perspective. Yes, company paid 1800 for total how many units, sir? Sir, 180 plus 120, 300 plus 100. For 400 together paid 1800, sir. Sir, company overall it produced 400 units that day. For that company totally made a payment of 1800. That means for 100 unit company, how much payment it should do? It is going to be 1800 divided by 1800 into 100 upon 400. 1/4. Is this 450 students? Yes or no everyone? Give me a confirmation. Yes sir, it is 450. Is this clear everyone? The same thing I'll have to do for piece rate, for Halsey, for Rowan. Okay, now from now onwards you can replicate it by yourself, but still one more incentive scheme I will do. Halsey's incentive plan I will do for you guys. Okay, pay attention. Balance things you guys can try by yourself. Tell me what is the formula for total wages as per Halsey? It is my time wage plus bonus. Did I leave place here? No. Oh, I think I'll have to take an extra page. Pay attention as per Halsey. It is time wage plus bonus, where bonus is 50% of time saved into rate per hour. A is there, B is there, C is there. Okay, here we are having the data students. Yes, every employee, how many hours they worked? 8 hours they worked. So irrespective of whether they are efficient or not, time wages basic I'll have to pay. Yes, how much per hour? 75 per hour into 8 hours. 600 in any case I'll have to pay. Yes or no everyone? Yes sir. Now whether they are efficient also? Yes sir, they are efficient. So should I give them bonus also? Yes sir, I should give them bonus. Tell me, employee A, how many units did he produce? Sir, employee A produced 180 units. To produce that, ideally how much time was required? 18 hours was required. But he finished the work in how many hours? Just 8 hours. That means how much time he saved for us? He saved 10 hours, sir. So 10 hours at the rate of 75 per hour. He saved 750 rupees cost. 50% of that 375 I'll be paying as bonus. So 600 plus 375 I'll be paying him total 975 rupees. Yes or no everyone? Similarly for B, B produced 120 units. For that 12 hours was needed. He finished it in 8 hours. That means he saved 4 hours at the rate of 75 per hour. He saved 300 rupees cost. 50% of that 150 I'll pay as bonus. 600 plus 150 I'll be paying 750. Okay, employee C, he produced 100 units. For that ideally, okay, 10 hours was needed. He finished it in 8 hours. So 2 hours at the rate of 75, 150 cost he saved. So 50% of that 75 I'll be paying as bonus. So 600 plus 75, 675. Yes or no everyone? Perfect, everyone is answering. Develop a habit that once you get the answer, you put it in the comment section, so that I also get to know, okay, that you guys are understanding. Okay, so the total wages is 975, 750 and 675. 975, 750 and 675. From now onwards the calculation is same only. How many units they have produced? 180, 120 and 100. Yes, this calculation I'll not be doing. I'll just show the cross multiplication and leave it. For 180 units it is 975 boss. That means for 100 units how much? It is going to be 975 into 100 by 180. You do the calculation. Here for 120 units, pay attention, for employee B, for 120 units I'm paying him 750. That means for 100 units how much? It is going to be 750 into 100 by 120. Is this clear everyone? Employee C, anyways I'm paying him for 100 units only. That means it is directly 675 only. So every employee's earnings I've calculated. Every employee's cost for 100 units also I've calculated. Now for company as a whole, how much did it pay, sir? Sir, company as a whole, it made payment to A of 975, B of 750, C of 675. Company as a whole paid 2400, boss. Oh my god. That is for how many units? That is for total 400 units, sir. That means for 100 unit, how much it is? 400 unit is 2400. That means 100 unit is how much? I think, is this 600 rupees? Everyone give me a confirmation. Isn't it 600 rupees? Yes, sir, it is 600 rupees. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. Great. Is this clear? Now, balance portions, will you do it by yourselves? Balance portions, will you do it by yourselves? That is Rowan scheme, you do the calculation. Piece rate, you do the calculation. Piece rate, yes, rate per piece is not given, but I have calculated that and given it to you. Yes or no? Question is telling per hour I am paying 75. And in 1 hour, how much unit I am expecting? 10 unit. That means for 1 unit, how much I will be paying? 7.5 per unit is my piece rate. Based on that, will you finish the story? Everyone give me a confirmation. Yes, sir, we will do it. Don't worry, sir. We are disciplined people. Okay, great. That means now let us go to the next question. Pay attention, everyone. We've finished question number 12. Once question number 12 is over, 13 anyways we have done. 14 is also discussed. 15 is also over. Now we'll have to go to question number 16. Now let's see whether question number 16 is new or is it repetitive. It is asked in November 22 examination for 6 marks. So pay attention, everyone. A skilled worker in PK Limited is paid a guaranteed wage rate of 15 per hour in a 48-hour week. Okay, 15 per hour basic we promise. In a week, 48 hours is what altogether will be working. The standard time to produce a unit is 18 minutes. Okay, they have spoken in terms of minutes. 1 hour is how many minutes, students? 60 minutes. I hope that is clear. Okay, fine. During a week, skilled worker Mr. A has produced 200 units. Oh my god. Company has taken a drive for cost reduction and wants to reduce its labor cost. Calculate the wages of Mr. A under each of the following methods. Time rate, piece rate with a guaranteed weekly wage rate. Halsey, Rowan. Suggest which bonus plan Halsey or Rowan company should follow. Looks like a very simple question. Simple question only it is. The only thing I'll have to explain is piece rate with a guaranteed wage rate. What is this? This is nothing but simple. I am paying piece rate. Imagine my piece rate came to 600 rupees. I'll be paying piece rate only. But if my piece rate is lower than my time rate, yes, lower than my guaranteed time rate. Imagine you are my employee. Okay, for you I told, you ask how much I am paying. Yes, you are going to pay. I told boss per week at least 500 rupees I'll pay. That means as per piece rate, if I am giving you, yes, if my calculation comes to 600, I'll pay you 600. If my calculation comes to 800, I'll pay you 800. Calculation comes to 1200, I'll pay you 1200. But as per piece rate, my payable to you comes to 300. Will I pay you 300? No. I made a promise, at least 500 I'll pay you. As simple as that. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir. But still, let us do it. Okay, because minutes and other things are there. Question number 16. Quickly, in 2 minutes, it will get over. Pay attention, everyone. Don't worry. Now, basic wage rate, how much I am paying? 15 per hour I am paying. Okay. Now, time allowed. Tell me one thing, students, to produce one unit, ideally how much time we should be taking? 18 minutes. How many units did I produce? 200 units I produce. For that, what is the time allowed? Standard hours in terms of minutes. Do not forget minutes hours calculation. 18 into 200. Do it slowly, step by step. 18 into 200. I should be taking 3600 minutes. But tell me, students, every calculation, is it in terms of minutes? No, sir, it is in terms of hours. So let me reconvert it into hours. So my standard hours in hours, it is 3600 divided by 60. If you are comfortable. Otherwise, cross multiplication is always there for your rescue. Sir, 1 hour is 60 minutes. That means 3600 minutes is how much hours? Know that every calculation we already know. The only thing is I am not asking the right question for me in my mind. Okay, so that gives me how many hours? 60 hours. Yes or no, everyone? The work that I have done, ideally It should have taken 60 hours. But me being a very good employee, yes, in that week, actually how many hours we are working in? Yes, in the office, 48 hours. Just in 48 hours I finished the work. That means how much time did I save, students? I saved 12 hours of work. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. So tell me, as per time rate, how much I'll be paying? I'll be paying him 48 hours into per hour I have promised 15. 48 into 15. Is it 720 rupees? Okay. Basic wage, yes, piece rate with a guaranteed weekly wage. Now tell me, what is a guaranteed weekly wage? At least 720 I should be paying to my employee. Yes or no, everyone? Piece rate, let me calculate. Pay attention, everyone. What is the formula of piece rate? It is nothing but rate per piece into number of pieces. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. Yes, sir. How many pieces we have produced? We have produced 200 units. Now I have to calculate the rate per piece. Rate per piece. For one piece, how much? Pay attention, everyone. Slowly. Think of it slowly in your mind. Your mind will automatically keep giving you the answer. Pay attention, everyone. Yes, no tension only. Yes, tell me. In 1 hour, how much I have promised to my employee? I have promised that in 1 hour I will pay you 15 rupees, boss. Okay, sir. In 1 hour, how many minutes are there? 60 minutes are there. Yes or no, everyone? That means I am promising my employee that, boss, if you work for 60 minutes, I will give you 15 rupees. Okay. To produce 1 unit, how much minutes is needed? Sir, to produce 1 unit, ideally 18 minutes is needed, sir. That means if he works for 18 minutes, ideally how much I should be paying him? Rate per piece. Simple cross multiplication. Yes, it is 15 into 18 divided by 60. Or else you can look at it this way also. 15 rupees is for 60 hours. That means 15 rupees is for 60 minutes. That means for 18 minutes, that is for 1 unit, how much? How much is it, students? 15 into 18 divided by 60. 4.5 rupees per unit. Yes or no, everyone? Any doubts in this one? The moment you get stuck, the moment you don't know, the only thing is write down the data. Try doing a cross multiplication. You will get 90% answer, students. Yes, all the most challenging of the questions. Okay, the only thing that is needed is this knowledge, understanding of a cross multiplication. That's all. Okay, so I'll tell it is 4.5 per piece into 200 pieces. Is it 900 rupees? Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. That means tell me, what will I be paying? Yes, I have promised that at least 720 I'll be paying. Piece rate is coming to 900 rupees. That means how much I'll be paying them? I'll be paying him full 900 only. Therefore, total payable is going to be rupees 900. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. Once I've calculated this, Halsey and Rowan should not be a problem. Till now, so many questions on Halsey and Rowan we have done that even in your sleep, if ICI asks you or someone asks you, tell me, boss, as per Halsey Rowan, you should be doing the calculation. Yes or no? We want 3 basic data: basic wage rate per hour, time allowed, time taken. If 3 things are there, we can do whatever calculation we want to do. Is this clear, everyone? Give me a confirmation. Which bonus plan I'll have to do? I'll see wherever my cash flow is minimum, I'll be following that. 720, 900, 810 and 864. Tell me, as per Halsey I have to pay 810 only. As per Rowan I have to pay 864. Which one as a company we will prefer? We will prefer Halsey because it is lower. Yes or no, everyone? Question is finished. Pay attention, everyone. We have the next question. With that, I think the concept gets over is what I believe. I don't know. Let me check. Yes, the concept gets over with this question. Okay. This is a nice question. Pay attention. I think some assumptions are involved here. Yes, some assumptions are involved here. This question came in May 23 attempt for 5 marks. May 23 was considered to be a slightly tricky attempt for CA intercosting. Okay. Some 3-4, I think 20 plus 5 plus 5. I think 30 marks of questions very difficult in that attempt. But still, out of 120, 30 has gone. Still, 90 is there in our hands. That's how we have to see. Okay, even if 40 marks is difficult, you don't even know one line to write it. Still fine, boss. Costing is a paper. If you know 80 marks properly, full 80 you can get from there. Yes or no? So that is the level of preparation you should be having. Okay, every chapter will have to do, everything will have to do. In the examination, if question is difficult, leave it, as simple as that. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Sir, let us see. SMC Company Limited is producing a particular design of toys under the following existing incentive scheme. Normal working hours in the week. Normally, how many hours you are working? 48 hours. Late shift is 12 hours. That means totally 60 hours. Okay. Rate of payment. For normal hours, I will be paying 150. For late shift, I will be paying 300 per hour. Okay. Fine. Average output per operator for 60 hours per week is 80 toys. That means if my employee work for 60 hours, that is normal plus overtime, he will be in a position to produce 80 toys. Okay, okay, sir. Company's management has now decided to implement a system of labor cost payment with either Rowan premium plan or Halsey premium plan in order to increase the output, eliminate the late shift overtime and reduce the labor cost. Okay, sir. Now, following information is obtained for future. Till now, this is present. Right now, what is happening? This is future. In future, what might happen after we come up with the incentive plan? What is question telling? In future, the standard time allotted for 10 hours is 7.5. We are telling in future that boss, you cannot keep randomly wasting your time. In future, 10 units you should produce in 7.5 hours only. Yes, time rate, I'll be paying 150 per hour as usual, only basic. But assuming that operator works for 48 hours in a week and produces 100 toys here, you are required to calculate the weekly earnings of one operator under existing time rate, Rowan premium plan, Halsey's premium plan. Three things are there. Now pay attention, everyone. Pay attention, everyone. Pay attention, everyone. Now tell me, right now, presently, what is my employee earning? Yes, look at this. Right now, he is working 60 hours. Yes or no, everyone? For 48 hours, he is getting 150 per hour. For 12 hours, he is earning 300 per hour. That means how much he will be earning? 48 into 150, 7,200, 12 into 300, 3,600. That means total 10,800 rupees. Yes or no, everyone? Question number 17. Okay, pay attention. Okay, existing earnings of the operator right now. Okay, normal hours. He is working for 48 hours, right? At the rate of 150 per hour. Overtime, or what is it given? Late shift, 12 hours at the rate of 300 per hour. That means if you add, you will be getting total 10,800 rupees. Yes or no, everyone? Sir, please zoom the screen a bit. Now, is it fine, dear? Okay, 10,800 rupees. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. Now, we'll have to calculate. Yes, do the calculation based on Halsey as well as Rowan as well. Pay attention, everyone. Rowan and Halsey's premium plan. So, I want three basic data. Yes, basic wage rate. In future, what did I promise to my employee? How much per hour I will be paying them? I have promised to my employee that per hour I will be paying how much? 150 per hour only. Let me keep this data here. Okay. Time allowed. Tell me how many units did they produce? Assuming operator works for 48 hours. Actually, he worked for 48 hours. And he produced 100 toys. Okay. What is the standard time allotted? For 10 toys, it is 7.5 hours. We are telling boss, you produce 10 toys in how much hours? 7.5 hours. That means to produce 100 toys, ideally how much time he should have taken? 7.5 into 100 divided by 10. Ideally he should have finished the work in 75 hours. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. 75 hours he should have taken, but he finished the work in 48 hours only. That means how much time he has saved for us? He has saved us 27 hours. Now question is asking, as per existing time rate, I have done the calculation. Halsey as well as Rowan. Can I do the calculation? Yes, sir, we can do the calculation. No challenge at all. Okay, but why we are doing this is here because in the answer one small assumption IC has given. Just I wanted to explain that to you. Okay, as per Rowan, it is time wage plus bonus, which is time saved divided by time allowed into my time wage. So I have promised 150 per hour. So into 48 hours, 150 into 48, 7,200 in any case I'll have to pay to my employee, but my employee is efficient. 75 hours, in 75 hours work, he saved for me how much hours? He saved 27 hours. So I'll be paying him that bonus as a percentage of 7,200 into 27 by 75. Is it 2592? Plus 7,200 will make it 9792. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect, sir. As per Halsey's premium plan, what am I going to pay? It is time wages plus bonus, which is 50% of time saved into rate per hour. I am doing the calculation faster. 7,200 I am paying. 50% of 27 hours I have saved, so at the rate of 150. So 27 into 150, 4,050 into 0.5, 2,025 plus 7,200, it is 9,225. Is this clear, everyone? Yes or no, everyone? Perfect, sir. Now let me try comparing the answer also. Pay attention, everyone. Question bank, I'll come here. 75, 48, 27. So weekly earnings under existing scheme 10,800 rupees. Then 9792, 9225. Yes, sir. Perfect only, na sir. But here they have given one alternative solution also, which is absolutely baseless nonsense. What they have done, pay attention. I'll just explain you. It is an alternate. No need for us to explain because our answer is anyways there. They have just given this as an alternate. So what they are doing is, now understand here, question has specified that I am paying as per the existing time rate. Okay. So what question has done is, question told me that, okay boss, overall I will be paying 10,800 for 60 hours. That means per hour it is 180. So if I am paying 180 per hour into, yes, whatever is ideally 75 hours is required, that means I should be paying 13,500. Absolutely does not make any sense in this answer. Why, sir? Firstly, because question has already told that in future, yes, what is going to be my time rate? It is going to be 150. And if I am paying as per time rate, I will be making payment only for the actual hours worked. We have worked for 48 hours. That means my payment should also be for 48 hours only. Okay, that means even if I make, yes, do the calculation in this scheme, it will come either this, or if I am telling existing, it should be this calculation. Is this clear, everyone? Do not confuse whatever answer we have done. That answer is there. IC has just given one alternative solution that is not relevant. That's all I wanted to tell. Is this clear, everyone? With this, our concept 2, one of the biggest concept, most important concept, is over. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir, it is clear, sir. Now let me look at the question from the latest, yes, recently concluded November 23 attempt as well. So whatever discussions we are having, if based on that discussion we were to give the latest past examination, okay, I have not included these questions in our Abhyaas batch. Okay, past is always a depiction of the future. Okay, so yes, are we in a position to solve majority questions? So look at this. 1B is on labor costing. A worker took 60 hours to complete a job. Normal rate is 80 per hour. Worker is entitled to receive bonus as per Halsey's plan. Factory overhead is recovered at the rate of 60 per man hour actually worked. Factory cost of the job is 37,280 and the material cost is 28,400. Okay, a worker took 60 hours to complete the job. Yes, time taken is 60 hours. Yes, normal wage rate, basic wage rate is 80 per hour. What is not given? Time allowed is not given to me in the question. Whatever is not given to me in the question, what will I assume it as? I will assume it as X, as simple as that. Okay. Now, if one data is not given, question has to give me an additional information. Factory cost is given to me. So calculate, yes, the standard time for completing the job, I've assumed it as X. And the effective hourly rate under Halsey premium plan, effective hourly rate if wages is paid as per Rowan premium plan. Simple thing. Yes or no? Similar questions we have solved. Yes or no, everyone? Factory, yes, factory cost is given. Direct material, direct labor, direct expense, factory overheads. Direct material is directly given. Direct wages based on X, I'll be doing that calculation. Direct expense, nothing is given. Dash factory overheads. It is 60 per man hour actually worked. I worked actually 60 hours. Based on that, I'll be creating the equation. I'll be getting the answer. As simple as that. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect, sir. No tension only, sir. Now we are getting a bit of confidence, sir. Great, sir. Great, dear. That was the objective also. Shall we continue, everyone? Yes, sir. Let us continue. Yes, we have concept number 3, which is the miscellaneous areas. In that, first discussion that we did was treatment of idle time. What is idle time, students? In very simple terms, it is the difference between actual hours paid and actual hours worked. Imagine you are an employee. For you, in one day, I made payment for 10 hours. But you work for 8 hours only. That means balance 2 hours is idle time. So how do we make treatment of idle time? Time can be normal idle time or abnormal idle time. What is normal? What do you call? See, I missed the word. How can I miss the word? I can estimate it well in advance. It happens, yes, with all of us. Yes, in the right moment, we don't get the word. We're like, okay, what is normal idle time? Especially when you try to increase your pace, it happens. Okay, normal idle time, I can estimate it. Beforehand itself, I know this happens. Abnormal means I cannot estimate it. Say, for example, my employee is working. Employee will be taking tea break, lunch break to go to the washroom. Beforehand itself, I'll be knowing. Throughout the years, it has been happening. Yes or no, everyone? One day, my employee is working. Suddenly, what happened? Suddenly, say, for example, there was flood. Because of that, okay, yes, all the equipments were taken away. Employee could not work. Abnormal idle time. Okay, normal idle time, all normal items we will adjust in cost by calculating inflated labor rate. Abnormal things we will be transferring it to costing P&L. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir. Next thing is treatment of overtime. What is overtime? My employee is working beyond the normal required working hours. We are having two different rates, normal rate as well as overtime rate. Imagine my normal rate is 100 rupees per hour. Yes, if my employee is working overtime, I am paying him 250 per hour. That means how much extra I am paying him? 100 anyways I'll have to be paying him. What is the overtime premium? How much extra I am paying him in order to make him work overtime? 150 extra I am paying him. The question is always about treatment of overtime premium. This extra that I am paying, how should I show the treatment? If customer is requesting it, I will charge to customer's job. If it is due to some mistake of other department, I will charge it to other department. If it is due to abnormal reason, I will transfer to costing P&L. If it is due to shortage of labor, and this shortage is there throughout the year, what I'll do? I'll calculate my inflated labor rate. Okay, and if I'm working overtime to increase the output, which is just occasional, okay, once in a while, then I'll charge it to factory overheads. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, now based on overtime treatment, we are having 3 questions. 3 beautiful questions we are having. Let us try solving that, students. Are we ready, everyone? Shall we start solving the questions? Do you guys want a small 1-minute breather? Take a small breather for 1 minute. It is 8:03. 8:05 we'll actually start solving the questions. Okay, do not use mobile, do not see WhatsApp, Instagram. Just let things settle in your mind. As simple as that. Yes sir. Shall we start solving the questions, my dear students? Yes sir, let us start solving. So we have question number 18. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So beautiful, so elegant. Maja is coming. Pay attention everyone. Beautiful question this is. Calculate the earnings of A and B. We have also discussed the concept of labor cost. In that I have told two very important things. Labor cost. Cost is from employee's perspective, or net wages, take home salary, earnings, that is from employee's perspective. What is my question asking? Question is asking earnings. That means what should I calculate, students? I have to calculate labor cost or net wages. I want the net wages. Okay sir. Of A and B from the following particulars for a month and allocate the employee cost to job X, Y and Z. Okay sir. A and B are there. Okay. What is the basic wage we have promised? 10,000 and 16,000. Dearness allowance is given 50%, 50%. Contribution to PF, it is as a percentage of basic wages. Contribution to ESI, it is also as a percentage of basic wages. Overtime, employee A has worked 10 hours overtime. Okay va? Okay sir. Now, normal working hours for the month is 200. Okay. Overtime is paid at double the total of wages and dearness allowance. How am I going to pay my overtime, students? I'll be paying as 2 times of normal plus dearness. Okay, fine. Employer's contribution to state insurance and provident is at equal rate with employee. That means employee contribution is same. 2 workers were employed on job X, Y and Z in the following proportions. Okay, job X, Y, Z. Worker A, how much percentage time he has devoted? B, how much percentage time he has devoted? Overtime was done on job Y only. That means tell me this overtime cost that I am incurring, now that will be charged for which job only? It will be charged for job Y only. Okay sir. Now what is required? Yes, there are 2 requirements of the question. If we see, first one is calculate earnings of A and B. Effectively A and B, how much they got in their hands? Cash. Next is allocate the labor cost to each of the jobs. So one by one let us try doing. Are we ready everyone? Yes sir, we are ready. So first thing, calculation of labor cost and earnings to the employees. Pay attention everyone. Question number 18 it is. Now firstly, basic wages. Tell me everyone, what is the basic wages we are going to pay? 10,000 and 16,000. Okay. Dearness allowance is 50%. 50% of 10,000 is 5,000. 16,000, 50% is 8,000. Now I'll have to do contribution to ESI as well as PF. Okay. Now pay attention everyone. How much percentage contribution for employee A? How much percentage contribution I am doing to PF? 8%. To ESI 2%. That means total how much percentage I am doing? I am doing 10%. Percentage is on which amount? Question is specifically telling it is on my basic wages. That means it is on 10,000. So 10% is going to be 1,000 rupees. Yes or no everyone? Is this clear? If I want, I can write separately. Yes, ESI is 8%, 800. PF is 2%, 200. But I have merged the two. Is this clear everyone? Okay sir. For employee B, again it is 8 plus 2, 10%. But it is 10% of which amount? 16,000. That means it is how much? 1,600 rupees. Is this clear everyone? Now, if I add all these things, I should ideally be getting my labor cost. 10 plus 5, 15 plus 1, 16,000. Here it is 16, 8, 24, 25,600. Yes or no everyone? But tell me students, whether all the items are included. Yes, what all employer is paying? Employer is paying basic wage. Did I include that? Yes. Employee is paying dearness allowance. Did I include that also? Yes. Employer is making contribution to ESI, PF. Did I include that also? Yes. But sir, one item is missed out. What is missed out, sir? Yes, I still did not make payment of overtime. That means tell me, is it my total labor cost? No sir, it is my labor cost before overtime. Before making payment of overtime, this is my cost. If I add my overtime, I will be getting the total labor cost. Yes or no everyone? Yes sir. That means I have to make payment of overtime. Tell me who is working overtime. Only A is working overtime. Whether B is working overtime? No. That means for B, whether I will be making payment? No. For B, total cost is this only. For A, let me try doing the calculation. Tell me overtime rate. Question is telling overtime is paid at double of total of normal wage plus dearness allowance. So can I tell it is 2 times of normal rate plus DA? Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. Now tell me one thing. Yes, I have to here do the calculation of normal wage. I want calculation only for employee A. Pay attention. For employee A, how much basic wage I am paying? 10,000. Plus DA, how much I am paying? 50%, 5,000. So what is my basic plus DA? Basic plus DA is 15,000 per month, sir. It is for 1 month. I want to know for 1 hour. Tell me ideally for how much hours they are working in a month. 200 hours, sir. That means what is my basic plus DA per hour? DA per hour. Sir, 15,000 is for 200 hours. That means per hour is it 75 rupees, students? Yes, sir, it is 75 per hour. Yes or no, everyone? Yes. That means my overtime rate is 2 times of 75. That means if my employee works for overtime, how much I'll have to pay, students? I'll have to pay him 150 per hour. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir, it is clear. That means tell me for employee A, if he works 1 hour overtime, I'll have to pay 150. How many hours did he work? He worked for 10 hours. That means I'll have to pay him 1,500. So 16,000 anyways had planned to give, 1,500 extra. That means total 17,500 I'll be paying him. Is this clear, everyone? So total 17,500 is gone from employer's pocket. Employer's pocket 17,500 is gone. For A, 25,600 for B. Let me talk only in terms of A. Employer is telling I paid total 17,500. But tell me, students, full 17,500, did it go to employee's pocket? No. Why? Because contribution, employer, whatever contribution he has made, that government took. Yes or no? That did not go to his pocket. In addition to that, government also told, while you are paying salary, reduce employee's contribution also. So from my total labor cost, employer contribution I will reduce, employee contribution also I will reduce. That means effectively I will be paying him 15,500 only. I think there is no need for me to explain the logic. Okay, I have explained only. Yes, pay attention, everyone. Imagine this is employer, this is employee, this is government. Okay, government is first telling, yes, your employee is there, yes, take care of his future, give me 1,000 rupees. I'll take care of his future, state insurance, all those things. Now, I was willing to pay 16,500 to my employee. Out of 17,500, 1,000 I've given, 16,500 I was willing to pay. But government told, wait, employee should also think about his future. So, he should also be paying me 1,000 rupees. Now, every employee cannot be paying individually. So, what government told? You deduct 1,000 from him and give that to me. That means effectively 16,500 in that 1,000 has gone effectively to employee. How much you are paying? 15,500 only. More of this, yes, in your law, DT, all the way, yes, everywhere you would have learned this. Okay, na? That means here how much it is? 1,600 and 1,600. 25,600 minus 3,200. Is it 22,400 rupees? Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. This is the net wages or earnings of my employees. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir. This is clear. Shall we continue, students? Yes, sir. Now, what is the second requirement of question? Question is telling, first, calculate earnings of A and B. I calculate. Second, allocate the employee cost to each job X, Y, and Z. It is telling we are doing 3 jobs. Job X, job Y, job Z. Distribute the cost. Now tell me, students, who wants to calculate the cost of the job? Employer or employee? Sir, employer is doing the costing. Yes or no? Because he is providing the goods or service, he wants to know the total cost. Tell me from employer's perspective, what is relevant? Is it the labor cost? Is it the total amount is going from his pocket? Or is it the net wages? What is relevant? Sir, employer is only bothered about labor cost. Total from my pocket, how much is gone? Whether it goes to employee, it goes to government, wherever it is going. Total from my pocket, this much amount has gone. Yes or no, everyone? That means while I am distributing, I will always be distributing the labor cost. Now pay attention, everyone. Worker A. For worker A, what is the total labor cost I have incurred? 17,500 I have incurred. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. Worker A is working, yes, for job X, Y, and Z in what all ratio? 40:30:20. sorry, 40 is to 30 is to 30. That means 17,500 into 40% is 7,000. 30% is 5,250. 30% is 5,250. Employee B, total how much I have paid? Employee B, total how much I have paid? 25,600 I have paid, sir. He is working in which ratio, students? He is working in the ratio 50 is to 20 is to 30. That means 25,600 into 50% is 12,800. 20% is 5,120. 30% is 7,680. If I add them, I will be getting the total cost. Yes or no? Yes or no, everyone? Why did I pause the video in between? When did I pause the video? I don't even know this. Okay, I'll resume after this video. No, sir, it is wrong. Why this is wrong? Tell me, students, why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? Sir, for worker B, it is right. For worker A, I am paying total 17,500 only. There is no doubt on that. Worker A, total I am paying 17,500 only. No doubt in that. But in that, over time, I am paying 1,500 rupees. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. Over time, I am paying 1,500. Others, I am paying 16,000 rupees. Now tell me, overtime of 1,500 is for which job only? Overtime of 1,500 is only for job Y. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. That means this 1,500 should come only here. Balance amount of 16,000. This should be distributed in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 3. So 16,000, 1632, 48, 6,400, 4,800, 4,800. So if you add now 12,800, 6,400, it is 19,200, 1,500, 4,800, 5,120, it is 11,420, 4,800, 7,680, it is 12,480. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. Great. So this should be my answer. Pay attention, everyone. Look at this. Net wages 15,500, 22,400, 19,200, 11,420, 12,480. This was the answer that we calculated. Now once this is over, I'll be going to the next question. Pay attention, everyone. I have given that comment also. I will not go to 19. I will not go to 20. Why, sir? We'll come to it later. Don't worry. Now let's go to question number 21. When did this question come, students? It came in November 20 attempt for 6 marks. What is this question? Let us see. We have put it in additional question. Question number 21. Question number 21. Okay, look at this, everyone. 6 marks. RS, basic wages, dearness allowance. Percentage of basic wages, overtime. Normal 200 hours, double of normal plus dearness allowance. Same rate. Overtime was worked on job A only. Calculate. Is it exactly the same? Yes, sir, it is exactly the same. Will you try it by yourselves? Yes, sir, we will try it by ourselves. Shall we continue, students? Yes, sir. So question number 18 is over. Now let's go to the next question. Let us go to question number 19, everyone. Pay attention. This is again a beautiful question. Now there are a couple of things to discuss in this question. Pay attention, everyone. It is seen from the job card for repair of customers' equipment that a total of 154 labor hours have been put in as detailed below. Okay. There are three employees. Worker A is there, worker B is there, worker C is there. Okay. For worker A, how much I am paying, students? I am paying him 200 for working 8 hours. That means per hour, how much I am paying him? I am paying him 25 per hour. Yes or no, everyone? Yes. For worker B, I am paying him 100 rupee to work for 8 hours. That means per hour, how much I am paying him? I am paying him 12.5 per hour. For worker C, I am paying him 300 to work for 8 hours. That means per hour, how much I am paying him? 37.5 per hour. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Daily, how much hours they work? That is given. Okay, wa? Okay, sir. In terms of an award in employee conciliation, the workers are to be paid a dearness allowance on the basis of cost of living index figure relating to each month, which works out to 968 for the relevant month. If my employee works for 1 month, how much dearness allowance I should be paying? 968. Is this fine, everyone? Okay. Whether the background noise, is it disturbing? Can you hear the noise of firecrackers and all of that? Or is it fine, manageable? Just give me a confirmation. There's a lot of dinchik, DJ firecrackers, everything going on in the background. Okay. Okay, na? Okay. If there's some background music, have you heard that, there's something called as study music in the background? A bit of low music. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, don't worry. Now, pay attention. Dearness allowance is payable to all the workers irrespective of wage rate if they are present or on leave with all the workers for all the days. That means I have to pay my dearness allowance to all the workers irrespective of what is their wage rate, irrespective of whether they are present or on absent. Okay, perfect. Now each worker has to work for 8 hours on weekdays. Saturday and Sunday will be weekly holiday. However, workers may work on Saturdays due to exigency of work for 4 hours, though full payment of 8 hours will be made with no other payment. Okay, sir. Next, overtime is paid. This is going to be important. How am I going to pay overtime? Overtime is paid at twice of ordinary wage rate. Overtime I will be paying at twice of ordinary wage rate. Ordinary wage rate is there here, calculation. I will be paying overtime at 2 times of that. If a worker works for more than 9 hours in a day or 48 hours in a week, when will I be paying overtime? Either my employee should work for more than 9 hours in a day. 8 hours is basic requirement. He has to work. But if he works till 9 hours, am I going to pay overtime? No. If he works beyond a 9 hour, beyond that 9th hour, I'll be paying overtime. Or if my employee works for more than 48 hours in a week. Excluding holiday, the total number of hours works out to 176 in the relevant month. Normally in a month, our employees will be working for 176 hours. Company's contribution to PF and ESI are absorbed into overhead. Calculate the wages payable to each worker. This is the question. Beautiful question. Now understand, altogether I am making 3 payments to my employees. What all payment I am doing? Firstly, tell me one thing, students. Should I make basic wage payment to my employees? Yes, sir. Basic wages I'll have to pay to my employees. Second, should I be making payment of dearness allowance to my employees? Yes, sir. We should be paying dearness allowance also. Thirdly, if my worker worked for overtime, should I be paying him overtime wages also? Yes, sir. We should be paying overtime wages also. So 3 calculations are there. Now, before we get into the solution, a very important thing regarding this question. Okay, 3 things I am paying: basic, overtime, dearness allowance. Yes, important note. This question exactly I have copied from the study material, like every other question. I do not create any new questions. Whatever is there in the study material, past paper, RTP, MTP, I directly copy put. Even if it is wrong, I will put it directly. So what ICA has done, after this question was there, ICA has issued a corrigendum. Normally, if there is any mistake in the study material, they come up with a corrigendum just to tell, okay, this is wrong. So in the corrigendum, what they have do, they have amended the question slightly and they have removed the condition 48 hours or more. So the only condition for overtime is for working more than 9 hours in a day. That means basically what has happened, here my question is telling that overtime is paid at twice of ordinary wage rate if a worker works for more than 9 hours in a day or 48 hours in a week. This line ICA has told is not relevant. Then sir, if it was not relevant, you could have deleted it directly now. If I would have deleted it directly and you had seen the study material, you would have told me, sir is changing the question the way he wants because he doesn't know to do the adjustment. So just because I wanted to make it clear, I've explained you. That means you guys also can scratch this off. Based on this only we will be doing the answer. That means the only condition for making payment for overtime is if employee is working more than 9 hours. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir, it is clear. So let us do the calculations. Pay attention, everyone. Now, worker A, Monday, how many hours he worked? 10.5 hours he worked. In that, for the first 9 hours, will I be paying him overtime? No, I'll be paying him basic only. But beyond 9 hours, how much more he has worked? He has worked for 1.5 more hours. For that, I have to pay him extra wages, overtime wages. Yes or no, everyone? Tuesday, how much hours he worked? He worked for 8 hours. Will I be paying him anything extra? No, basic only I'll be paying him. Wednesday, how many hours he has worked? 10.5. That means for first 9 hours, I'll be paying him basic. Yes, for balance extra 1.5 hours, I'll be paying him overtime. That is at double the rate. Thursday, how many hours he has worked? He has worked for 9.5. So for first 9, I'll be paying him normal. 0.5 hours, I'll be paying him overtime. Friday, 10.5, 9 hours and 1.5 hours. Saturday, he has worked for, he did not work. That means totally how much hours basic I'll be paying him normal pay? 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, which is 44 hours. How much hours overtime I'll be paying? 1.5, 1.5, 0.5, 1.5. 5 hours overtime I'll be paying him. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. You guys just pay attention. To write it will take a bit of time. So I'll just write it, finish it off. Okay, you guys can note it down later on, or else I'll give you time to take a screenshot. Now tell me, for worker A, how much I'm paying? I'm paying 200 rupees for 8 hours. That means per hour, how much I'm paying him? I'm paying him 25. If he works for overtime, how much we should be paying? We should be paying double. That means it is 50 per hour. So 44 per hour into 25 hours, it is 1100. And 5 hours at the rate of 50 per hour, it is 250. This is the calculation for employee A. 1100, 250. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. Same thing I'll have to repeat for employee B and C. Pay attention, everyone. Worker B, how many hours he has worked? He has worked 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. 6 days he has worked for 48 hours. Any day. The only condition to pay overtime, what is the only condition? I've told if he works for more than 9 hours, I will pay overtime. Did he work on any day more than 9 hours? No. That means will I be paying him overtime? No. 48 hours he has worked. Per hour, how much I should be paying him? I am paying him 100 for 8 hours. That means per hour I am paying him 12.5. So tell me 48 into 12.5, I'll be paying him 600 rupees. Yes or no, everyone? 600 I'll be paying him, no overtime at all. Employee number C, how much he has worked? Here it is all dash. Monday he worked for 10.5, that is 9, 1.5. 8. Wednesday he worked for 10.5, that is 9, 1.5. Thursday he worked for 9.5, that is 9.5. Friday he worked for 10.5, that is 9, 1.5. Saturday he worked for 8 hours, that is 8. So look at this, everyone. 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 8. Total 52 hours normal payment I should be doing. And 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 0.5 plus 1.5. 5 hours overtime I should be paying him. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. For employee C, I am paying him 300 for 8 hours. That means per hour basic I have to pay 37.5. If he works overtime, double of that, 37.5 into 2, 75 I should be paying. So 52 into 37.5, it is 1950. 5 into 75, it is 375. So 1950 as well as 375. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. Now I have to be making payment of dearness allowance as well. So now understand the right answer and understand ICA's answer. All your doubts will be coming, don't worry. Okay. So now dearness allowance, how am I making payment of dearness allowance? Dearness allowance, question told I will be paying a dearness allowance of 968 rupees for a month. Okay, sir. And here all my calculations, how am I doing? All my calculations I am doing for 1 week. Yes or no? Because my data is given from Monday to Saturday only for 1 week. That means tell me, students, in 1 month how many weeks are there? 4 weeks are there. That means for 1 week how much dearness allowance I should be making payment? I should be making a payment of 968 divided by 4, which is 242 rupees For all the workers, irrespective of their wage rate, this should be the dearness allowance I should be paying. 100 plus 250 plus 242. 1592. 600 plus 242, it is 842. 1950 plus 375 plus 242, 2567. This should be the answer. This should be the answer. Yes or no, everyone? Till here, whether the explanation is clear. But is this our answer? No. If you see ICA's answer, there is a small difference. For A, it comes to 1647. For B, it comes to 864. For C, it comes to 2666. Okay. So, understand what is the difference here. Sharaj, don't worry. I'll come to your doubt. Don't worry. Okay. I know exactly what doubts you'll be having. I'll come to that. Don't worry. Wait till the end of the question. Okay, na? Okay. Now, what ICA has done, pay attention, students. I will take the case of employee A and I'll try explaining to you. Now, tell me, employee A, how many hours basic wage I'll be paying? 44 hours basic wage I'll be paying. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. So, can I tell employee A? Okay. Basic, here I'll calculate equivalent hours. Basic wage I'll have to be paying for 44 hours. Okay, wa? Okay, sir. For how many hours I should be making payment of overtime wages? For 5 hours. And tell me one thing, students, in overtime, how will I be making the payment? Sir, during overtime, I'll be making a payment which is equal to 2 times of basic. That means, can I tell my employee is working 1 hour overtime, it is equal to 2 hours of normal working. That means if he is working 5 hours of overtime, that is equal to 10 hours of normal working. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. That means altogether, how many hours of normal working he is working? 44 plus 54. Altogether 54 hours of normal payment I should be making. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. So based on that, I will tell for A, normal pay, it is 25 per hour into 54 hours, which is 1350. Now when it comes to calculation of dearness allowance, what ICI has done is, ICI is telling that, okay boss, in one month, dearness allowance is 968. And in 1 month, normally in 1 month, how many hours we should be working? Yes, if you see the last paragraph, overtime is paid twice of the ordinary wage rate. Excluding holidays, the total number of hours works out to 176. In 1 month, ideally 176 hours we should be working. Yes, employee A, in this week, he worked for 54 hours. That means for 54 hours is how much? They did the calculation of dearness allowance based on hours, which comes to 968 into 54 divided by 176. It is 297. Now, if you add this, will you get the same answer? 1350 plus 297, it is 1647. Isn't it ICA's answer? 1647. Yes, it is exactly ICA's answer. So now tell sir what is happening. Now understand, this calculation of dearness allowance done by ICI is absolutely without any logic. Okay, I have told you, wherever we can follow ICI's assumption, I will follow ICI's assumption. Here it is not logically possible for me to do that. So I have told you ICI's answer, I have explained you the logical answer as well. For exam, what you have to do? For exam, this only you have to do, because you will be getting marks on this. So sir, what is wrong in this? Now understand, students, what is my question telling? Question is telling I am paying dearness allowance of 968. And question is again telling dearness allowance is payable to all the workers irrespective of wage rate and irrespective of whether they are present or on leave for all the days. That means I am not paying dearness allowance based on hours. If one employee works for more hours, will I be paying him more dearness allowance? No. One employee works for less hours, will I be paying him less dearness allowance? No. For everyone, I will be paying 968 only. That means ideally I should be distributing it based on number of days or number of weeks. But here what ICA has done, firstly they have calculated equivalent hours, not even the normal hours, they have calculated equivalent hours. Based on that they are distributing. Now tell me logically, this was the data for 1 week, yes or no, everyone? We know that in 1 month 4 weeks are there. So first week, if I am making a payment of dearness allowance of 297, second week also, third week also, fourth week also. I'm assuming same data continues. So total how much dearness allowance I have to pay? 1188. But how much is the dearness allowance? 968 only. Okay, in simple terms, ICI has distributed dearness allowance based on equivalent hours, whereas dearness allowance is not incurred based on hours only. It is incurred based on the number of days. That means the calculation done by ICI is wrong. But still I have explained how ICI has calculated its answer. Yes, how we can also do that answer. Is this clear, everyone? So from examination perspective, what we have to do, sir? Yes, it is better you follow ICI's approach only. I don't want to hinder your marks just by telling logic, because ultimately in the examination, even if you lose 1 marks because of my mistake, I'll feel bad. Okay, so what you do is you do the calculation based on equivalent hours. Okay, for employee A, I will be showing for employee A what is the equivalent hours? 44 plus 5 into 2, that is 54 hours. So I will be telling for 176 hours it is 968. So for 54 hours is how much? 968 into 54 by 176, which is 297 rupees. So altogether it is 1100 plus 250 plus 297, it is 1647. Similarly, you can be doing for B as well as C. Till here, is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir. Till here, things are clear. Okay, everyone, give me a positive confirmation that whatever I've explained till now, is it fine? Yes, sir, this is fine. Now there is one more thing. Yes, Sharaj has asked, which is logical as well. Now pay attention one thing. Saturday and Sunday will be a weekly holiday. That means, tell me one thing, is there a need for me to work on Saturday as well as Sunday? No, there is no need to work on Saturday and Sunday. Even if I did not work on Saturday also, is it fine? Yes, it is fine. However, workers may work on Saturdays due to exigency of work for 4 hours. If there is a need, if they want, they can come and work for 4 hours. Though, full payment of 8 hours will be made with no other payment. Even if they work for 4 hours, they will still be getting a complete payment of 8 hours. Now, understand one thing. Okay, fine. That means even if my employee comes and works for just 4 hours, he'll be getting full 8 hours payment. Is this clear? Fine. That means, tell me, if he comes and works for 5 hours, will I be giving him 9 hours payment? No. Why? Yes, understand, it is just an option given to you. Now, in reality, if at all, you will have to understand this. You will have to understand the company's policy. Now, while we are telling that Saturday and Sunday is weekly off, it will already be adjusted in my effective hours calculation. That means, while I am calculating my basic wage rate, okay, labor cost, total 15,000 I am paying per month, divided by effectively how much hours? 30 days are there, but full 30 days employee will not be working. Saturday, Sunday he will be taking off. Some other holiday will be taking. There it is already adjusted. That means the basic wage rate that I am calculating, it has already adjusted and incorporated all these things already. That means there is no need for me to separately do the calculation. Is this fine? Point number 1. Okay. Point number 2. Yes, how will I be making a payment of overtime? Overtime condition is simple. You work for more than 9 hours, I will be paying you overtime. Okay, Saturday 4 hours also if you work, it is sufficient for me. But if you work for 5 hours, if you work 4 hours, I will be making 8 hours payment. If you work 5 hours, again 8 hours only payment I will be making. I will not be paying you extra. 6 hours you worked, 8 hours only I will be making payment. 7 hours you worked, I will be making payment for 8 hours. 8 hours you worked, again I will be making payment for 8 hours. Okay, so whether you work for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, you will be getting the same pay. Now here it may not seem logical, but understand, yes, most of you guys will not be having the actual work exposure. So companies' policies, how the labor cost is getting adjusted, you will understand once you start working. So all these things are automatically adjusted in my hourly rate. So there is no need for me to do the calculation again. Is this clear, everyone? Just because you have asked me the question, I am explaining this. Okay? So that means in a reality, this sentence is of no relevance to me at all. This sentence is absolutely irrelevant for me. Why? Because in the labor rate per hour, it is already adjusted. So there is no need for me to separately do the adjustment in one very simple line. If you have understood this, great. If you have not understood this, even better. Okay? Think that there is no such line at all. Finish. End of the story. Don't unnecessarily take tensions. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, sir. Shall we continue now? Yes, sir. Let us continue. I have given a complete comment of okay, what dearness allowance is, why it is wrong, all those things. Okay, you guys can read this also. Now we are having question number 20. Let's quickly try doing, because if question number 20 is over, other questions will get over very quickly. Pay attention. We'll try finishing off the chapter. Okay, question number 20. In a factory, basic wage rate is 100 per hour. Basic, how much I am paying? 100 per hour. Overtime wage rate is as follows. If my employee is working before and after normal working hours, I'll be paying him 175%. That means how much I'll be paying? Basic is 100, I'll be paying him 175. If he works on Saturday, Sundays and holidays, 225%, I'll be paying him 225. Is this clear? Okay. During the previous year, the following hours were worked. Normal, how many hours were worked? 1 lakh hours. Overtime before and after, 20,000 hours. Overtime on Sundays and holidays, 5,000 hours. That means altogether 1,25,000 hours were worked in the last year. Details of one full year is given. Okay. Following hours have been worked on a job Z. There is one job called as job Z. On that, how many hours have worked? Normal 1,000 hours we have worked. Before and after, 100 hours. Sundays and holidays, 25 hours. So total 1,125 hours we have worked. Okay. You are required to calculate the labor cost chargeable to job Z as well as overhead in the following instances. First instance, if overtime is worked regularly throughout the year as a policy due to workers' shortage. Tell me one thing, students, we have discussed the treatment of overtime. If overtime is worked regularly throughout the year as a policy due to worker shortage, worker himself is not there. That means how will I be doing the calculation, students? What calculation should I be doing? I'll have to calculate my inflated labor rate. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. If overtime is worked irregularly to meet the requirement of production, throughout the year I am not working overtime. Irregularly, randomly, whenever there is a need, I will work overtime just to increase the output. I will be treating it as factory overhead. If overtime is worked at the request of customer is only requesting, please work overtime, but finish and give me the job, then I will charge to customer's job. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. This adjustment I'll have to be showing. So let us do this, everyone. Pay attention. Question number 20. Today itself, let's try finishing the chapter. Okay. If overtime is worked regularly throughout the year as a policy due to labor shortage, is there clarity or is it blurred a bit? I think it is a bit blurred, na? I think we took a screenshot here because of that, I think. Okay, fine. Treatment. Tell me if overtime is worked regularly throughout the year as a policy, then we will charge labor cost by calculating the inflated labor rate. We have to calculate the inflated labor rate. Yes or no, everyone? Perfect. Now, how do I calculate the inflated labor rate? It is simple. Total how much wages I am paying divided by total how much hours we worked. Tell me last year, last one full year that we have worked. Okay, last year data I will take. How many hours normal I have worked? 1 lakh hours. For normal hours, how much I am paying? 100. So 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore. Be very cautious. Yes, we Indians have a tendency that whenever the number goes to 1 crore, we get tension. Okay, we commit mistakes. Don't commit mistakes. Okay, overtime before and after, if you are working, how much I'll have to pay? 175%. That is 175 per hour. How much hours we worked before and after? It was 20,000 hours. So 20,000 into 175. It is 35 lakh. On Sundays, if I am working, how much will have to pay? 225 per hour. Like that, how many hours were there? 5,000 hours. Is it 11,25,000? So 1 crore 35 46 lakh 25,000 is the total payment I did in that 1 year. Yes or no? Totally normal, overtime, Sunday, everything all together I paid 1 crore 46 lakh 25,000. That is effectively for how many hours? 1 lakh 120 1 lakh 25,000. It is for 1 lakh 25,000 hours. That means effectively per hour how much we are paying students? I paid 1 crore 46 lakh 25,000 divided by 1 lakh 25,000 hours. That means effectively per hour 1 crore 46 lakh 25,000 divided by 1 lakh 25,000 hours. I am paying 117 per hour. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. That means effectively I am paying 117 per hour. Now for this job, whatever is a job Z, total how much hours I have worked? Sir, should I bifurcate it as normal overtime? No. Yes, my rate is all inclusive. In this rate, everything is adjusted. Normal, overtime, Sunday, everything is adjusted. It is 117 per hour into total how much hours I worked? 1,125 hours I worked. That means altogether how much it is? It is 1,31,625 rupees. Is this clear, everyone? Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. It is clear. Shall we continue? Yes, sir. Let us continue. What is the second requirement? If overtime is worked irregularly, just to meet the requirement of production, just to fulfill the requirement of production, overtime is worked to increase the output. If overtime is worked to increase the output, then tell me, students, what will be the treatment? Then overtime premium will be charged as factory overheads. Whatever premium I am paying, whatever extra I am paying, I will charge it as my factory overheads. So in this case, pay attention, everyone. Calculation of labor cost and factory overheads. Normal time, tell me for that job, total how many normal hours I have worked? 1,000 hours normal I have worked. Okay, then before and after 100, Sunday 25 hours. Tell me for normal it is 100, here it is 175, here it is 225. Now tell me 1,000 hours at the rate of 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh. Here it is fine, here there is no premium. Before and after I have worked 100 hours. That means for that basic how much I'll have to pay? In this 175, 100 is basic, 75 is premium. Yes or no, everyone? So 100 hours at the rate of 100. 10,000 bare minimum, otherwise also I have to pay. How much extra I have paid? I have paid 75 per hour into 100 hours. 7,500 premium I paid because my employee is working overtime. So it will be treated as my overtime premium. Okay, sir. If I am paying 225, 100 anyways I'll have to pay. How much extra I am paying? 125 per hour. So 25 into 100, is it 2,500 into 125? Is it 3,125? That means total, what is my basic wages? 1 lakh 110, 112,500. What is my overtime premium? 7,500 plus 3,125. It is 10,625. Yes or no? So therefore, rupees 1,12,500 will be charged as labor cost, and rupees 10,625 will be charged as factory overheads. Yes or no, everyone? Everyone give me a confirmation. Based on that, we will proceed further. There is good music happening in the background. We feel like dancing. Okay? But still, we are in a class, so we have to behave also. Okay, everyone? Okay, sir. Cost chargeable, okay, I have explained here also. Now third, if overtime is worked on customer's request, customer himself is telling, boss, you do something, but yes, you work overtime. Yes, if overtime is worked on customer's request, yes, then it will be charged to customer's job. Yes, then the entire amount I will charge it to customer's job only. So look at this everyone. Here I have no tension. Normal, overtime before and after, and overtime on Sundays. Tell me how much normal hours we worked for the job. Normal 1000 hours I worked at the rate of 100, 1 lakh rupees. Before and after, I have worked for 100 hours. Before and after, if I am working 175 per hour, I will have to pay. That entire amount, I will show it as labor cost only. So it is 17,500. On Sundays, 25 hours we worked at the rate of 225. It is 5625. So it is 1,17,500 plus 5625. It is 1,23,125. Yes or no, everyone? That entire amount will be charged as labor cost. Is this clear, everyone? We are also enjoying the song. Listen to the class, da. Why am I putting so much effort? So that you can enjoy the song. I am putting so much effort. My voice is any less than the music. Okay. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir, it is clear. So with this, we've finished this concept also, that is overtime treatment. 3 questions were there. 3 questions were also really nice. Okay. Now we have one final concept, small concept. It is labor cost calculation. I've explained this already. In labor cost calculation, 2 things. Labor cost is there, net wages is there. Labor cost is from employer's perspective. When employer is thinking, when employer is telling, whatever he is paying, all will be included in labor cost. Everything, including employer's contribution. Yes, employee's perspective, net wages is ultimately how much employee got. Yes, how will I get? From my total labor cost, I will reduce employer's contribution, because that employer did not give to employee, he gave to government. He will reduce employee's contribution also, because employee is reducing that also. It will give me the net wages. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Once I get that, I can calculate my effective labor rate per hour. What is my effective labor rate per hour? It is my labor cost divided by effective hours. Now, why do I want my effective labor rate per hour? Based on this, I'll be doing my calculation. I'll be charging my cost. Okay. Now tell me, when do I do the calculation of cost? It is at the start of the period. Yes or no, everyone? At the start of the period, will I be knowing my actual data? No. I will estimate effectively how many hours my employee can work. That is total how many hours employee will be there. In that, how much time will go off as normal idle time. That gives me the effective hours. Is this clear, everyone? Say for example, just to tell you, 30 days is there. In that, say for example, 4 days holiday is there, Sunday, etc. Yes, 30 days is there, 4 days is gone as holiday. Imagine 30 days, 4 days gone as holiday, 2 days employee took leave. That means effectively how many hours is there? 24 days. Daily 8 hours totally employee is there in the office. That means 24 into 8, 192 hours employee is there. Now tell me, full 192 hours, whether the employee will be working? No. Normal idle time will also be there. Imagine 12 hours will go off as normal idle time. That means effectively how much hours employee is working? 180 hours. This is how we will be doing the calculation. Is this clear, everyone? Let's see the question. Very simple questions we are having. Quickly it will get over. It starts from question number 22. Okay, pay attention. Now these questions, even if I show here also, you will be fine with that. Pay attention. X, an employee of ABC company, gets the following emoluments and benefits. Basic pay is 10,000 per month. Dearness allowance is 2,000 per month. Bonus is 20% of salary and DA. Other allowance is 2,500 per month. Employer's contribution is 10% of salary and DA. That is basic plus DA. X works for 2,400 hours per annum. Till now everything was per month. Here they have now shifted the story to per annum. That I have to keep on the back of my mind. Out of which 400 hours were unproductive and treated as normal idle time. You are required to calculate the effective hourly cost of employee X. Okay, sir. Let us try doing the calculation. Pay attention, everyone. All calculations I will do for 1 year. You can do for 1 month also. Doesn't make a difference. Now tell me, what is a basic pay? Question number 22. it is 10,000 per month. So for 12 months, it is going to be 1,20,000. Yes or no, everyone? Add dearness allowance is how much? It is 2,000 per month. That means for 12 months, it is going to be 24,000. Yes or no, everyone? What is the total of basic plus DA? It is 1,44,000, sir. Okay. Now I have to pay a bonus. What is my bonus? Bonus is 20% of salary and DA. That is 20% of 1,44,000. So 14,400, it is 28,800. Yes or no, everyone? Okay. We have other allowance. What is my other allowance? It is 2,500 per month. So into 12 months, is it 30,000? Yes, sir. Next, I am having add employer's contribution. How much is employer's contribution? It is 10% of basic NDA. That is 10% of 1,44,000. It is 14,400. If I add all of them, I'll be getting the labor cost. 1,44,000 plus 28,800 plus 30,000 plus 14,400. Is it 2,17,200 rupees, students? Yes or no, everyone? Give me a confirmation. Yes, sir. Now that is the total labor cost. Question is asking calculate the effective hourly rate. Tell me effectively how much hours he has worked. Tell me total how much hours is there. 2,400 hours are there. In that how much hours are going as normal idle time? 400 hours are gone. That means effectively how much hours are there? 2,000 hours. So tell me one thing. 2,17,200 is the cost for 2,000 hours. That means effectively per hour how much it is? Isn't it 108.6 per hour? Yes or no, everyone? Perfect, everyone. A very beautiful question. Yes or no? Sir, let every question in the examination be very simple like this. No tension only. You are doing CA. You are not doing any normal course. Okay? So if one easy question comes, be lucky. Okay? Otherwise, be ready to face difficult questions in the examination. I am not demotivating you. I am telling you, yes, ICA will never reduce its level so that you can clear. We have to always upskill ourselves. We have to increase our level so that we can clear. Okay? Okay, next question. Question number 28. Even if questions like these comes, we should be in a position to do it. So, we are solving all this. Now, again question number 23. In a factory working 6 days in a week and 8 hours each day. Okay. Worker is paid at the rate of 100 per day. Every day he is paid 100 rupees plus DA at 120%. He is allowed to take 30 minutes off during his hour shift for meal break and 10 minutes recess for rest. So in one day, how much break we are giving? 30 minutes plus 10 minutes, 40 minutes we are giving. During a week, his card showed that his time was chargeable to job X, he worked for 15 hours, job Y, he worked for 12 hours, job Z, he worked for 13 hours. Time which is not booked was wasted while he was just waiting for a job. He was ready to do the job, but there was no job, so he was just waiting. Okay, in cost accounting state, how will you allocate the wages? So first I will calculate the total labor cost, then I will calculate effective per hour what is my cost. Based on that I will do the allocation. Very simple question, students. Pay attention, everyone. Tell me for my employee what all I am paying. I am paying him basic. How much basic I am paying? 100 per day I am paying. I want to do the calculation for a week. In 1 week, how many days we are working? 6 days. So into 6 days, isn't it 600 rupees? Yes, sir. Plus dearness allowance I have to be paying how much? It is 120% of 600. So is it 660, 720? Yes or no, everyone? That means altogether for 1 week, how much I am paying? I am paying 1,320 rupees. Yes or no, everyone? Yes, sir. Effectively, how many hours are there? Tell me one thing. Total hours. Tell me in 1 day, how many hours we are working? 8 hours per day. Into 6 days, 48 hours. But whether full 48 hours effectively we were working? No. Minus I have my normal idle time. What is normal idle time, students? Yes, normal idle time. Yes, in a day, how much is my expected normal idle time? I am telling in 1 day, 30 minutes he will be taking meal break, 10 minutes recess he will be taking. That means 40 minutes in 1 day he will be taking. Yes or no, everyone? 40 minutes in 1 day. That means in 6 days, how much minutes he will be taking? 40 into 6, 240 minutes he will be taking. I want in terms of hours. 240 minutes is how many hours, students? 240 is 4 hours, sir. That means effectively how much hours my employee should be working? He should be working for 44 hours. Yes or no, everyone? That means 1320 is for 44 hours. That means per hour, how much am I paying to my employee? I am paying 30 rupees per hour. Is this clear, everyone? Everyone give me a confirmation. Based on that we will proceed. Yes, sir. Now I'll have to allocate the wages. Tell me effectively how much hours we should be working? 44 hours we should be working. In that, for job X, how many hours did I work? 15 hours I worked. So per hour at the rate of 30, is it 450 rupees allocated? Job Y, how many hours I worked? I worked for 12 hours at the rate of 30 per hour. Is it 360 rupees? Yes, sir, it is 360 rupees. Job Z, how many hours did I work? I worked for 13 hours. 13 hours at the rate of 30. Is it 390 rupees? Yes, sir, it is 390 rupees. Total how many hours did I work? For job X 15, for job Y 12, for job Z 13. That means total 15 plus 12 plus 13. 40 hours I worked. How much hours I could have worked? I could have worked for 44 hours, but actually I worked for 40 hours only. That means how much time was wasted? 4 hours was wasted. Why? Because we were just waiting to get the job. Yes or no? It could be possible. Yes, we did not get the job, so we could not do anything. What kind of loss is this? Normal or abnormal? Abnormal. So it will be transferred to costing P&L. I'll be transferring 4 hours at the rate of 30 per hour. I'll be transferring 120 rupees. Is this clear, everyone? Everyone give me a confirmation. Question is over. Sir, we are feeling very happy, sir. Like this question should come in the examination. Very beautiful questions. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Pay attention. 24, 25, 26, 27. Let's finish it off quickly. Look at this 24th question. Worker is paid 10,000 per month and a dearness allowance of 2,000 per month. Okay. Worker's contribution to provident fund is 10%. Employer also contributes the same amount. Employee state insurance is 6.5%. In that, 1.75% is given by employees. It is firm's practice to pay 2 months' wages as bonus each year. Number of working days in a year is 300 of 8 hours. In that, worker can take 15 days leave on full pay. Calculate wage rate per hour. Now understand one very important thing. I want you guys to write it also somewhere. Okay. That whenever percentage is given, say for example question is telling that bonus, okay, yes, or whenever question tells a salary, question tells, what is the term given? Gives percentage. Okay. Always take the percentage on total of basic plus DA. Say in this question, I have to calculate the contribution to provident fund 10%. Question did not specify that is it 10% of basic or is it 10% of basic plus DA. What is my default assumption? I'll always be assuming that it is always going to be a percentage of basic plus DA, because salary in common parlance is always the total of my basic plus DA. Okay, dearness allowance is an adjustment, to the inflation, just so that I can bring my salary to today's terms. So on that only I'll be doing all the payments. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, sir, it is clear. So let me do the calculation. Pay attention. Yes, what is my basic wage? I'll scribble quickly. 10,000 per month into 12 months, it is going to be 1,20,000. What is my DA? It is 2,000 per month into 12 months. Is it 24,000? That means basic plus DA, it is 1,44,000 per annum. In addition to that, worker's contribution to provident fund is 10%. Worker is contributing 10%. Employer also contributes. Employer contribution to PF. It is 10%. 10% of what is not specified. What is my default assumption? Basic plus DA. So it is 14,400. Next, employee state insurance corporation premium is 6.5% of wages. Okay, total 6.5% we are paying. In that, only 1.75% employee is paying. That means, tell me students, how much employer should be paying? 6.5 minus 1.75. 4.75% employer should be paying. Yes or no, everyone? 4.75% percentage of what? 1,44,000. Is it 6,840? Yes, sir. Now, next question is telling it is firm's practice to pay 2-month wages as bonus. Okay, bonus also I should be paying 2 months. 2 months of what? What is my wages? The moment I'm telling salary, wages, it is always basic plus DA. So 1,44,000 is for 1 year. So into 2 by 12. I am doing fast with my calculation because these are very simple topics. But still everything I am calculating. I hope it is fine for you guys. So 1,44,000 plus 14,400 plus 6,840 plus 24,000 gives me altogether 1,89,240. This is the total cost. Yes, this is effectively for how many hours? Tell me students, in a year totally how many days are there? 300 into 8, 2,400 hours are there. But in that, whether full hours will be working? No. 15 days I can take leave. So 15 8s are 15, 30, 60, 90, 120 hours is gone. Yes or no, everyone? That means 2,280 hours. Is it the calculation, everyone? Okay, that means can you tell me what is the effective wage rate per hour? It is 1,89,240 divided by 2,280. 1,89,240 divided by 2,280. Is it 83 per hour? Yes or no, everyone? Perfect, sir. Now, let's go to the next question. Calculate the employee hourly rate of worker X from the following data. Okay, basic pay 10,000 per month, DA 3,000 per month, fringe benefits is 1,000 per month. All are given as per month. Number of working days in a year are 300. That means all these things I will convert into per annum. 300 in that 20 days can be availed of as holidays on full pay in a year. Assume 8 hours per day. That means effectively in 300, 20 are gone. So 280 into 8 hours. Based on that, you can finish the story. Look at this, everyone. 280 days into 8 hours gives me the total hours. Total wages, basic, DA, fringe benefit gives me total cost. Divide by effective hours, it gives me 75 per hour. Okay, it is the horn of a car. Sharaj, you are very intelligent. You recognize from the horn that it is of a car, not of a bike or a scooter or a truck or a lorry. Oh my God, you are so intelligent, dear. Okay. Now, till here, is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir, it is clear. We are having 2 more questions, students. Over, chapter is over. What is the next concept? It is a direct expense. Now, this is a new concept added for CA intern new syllabus. Sir, new concept. What is it? Is it very difficult, sir? Very difficult, my dear. One of the most difficult concept you will ever see in your lifetime is this one. Okay. So what is there in this? Nothing, sir. Direct expense. Tell me what is a direct expense. 2 conditions. Firstly, it should be a direct cost. Secondly, it should neither be material nor labor. Yes or no? Direct cost means for every one unit how much I should be knowing, and it should neither be material nor be labor. Some simple examples of direct expense I am giving here. Pay attention. Royalty. To produce the goods I am paying royalty to someone. That is direct expense. Job work charge. To get the job done. Okay, I am paying for someone. For every unit I am paying. Again, that comes under job work charges. Power and fuel for a job. For one particular job, I am incurring some power cost. That also comes under my direct expense. Specific design or drawing or software. To do a specific task. Okay, I have come up with a specific drawing or a specific software. For a specific job I am incurring. That again will come under my direct expense. Higher charges paid for a specific equipment. To get a job done, I wanted a specific equipment. For that I am paying higher charges. Or any other cost which is specifically incurred for a job, which is neither material nor labor. This will be my direct expense. Should I be explaining all these things in detail, or this is sufficient? You have reasonably understood things. Okay, that is basically two conditions. I will be incurring that cost for every job. For every job I want it. For every job. Plus it is neither material nor labor. Royalty. Imagine to manufacture shirt. Okay, imagine I want to manufacture a shirt with the name Levi's in it. Whether Levi's will allow me? They will allow me if I pay them a royalty of say 1000 per shirt. I am paying them 1000 per shirt. Why? Because they are allowing me to use the name. What is it? Are they giving me material? No. Are they giving me labor? No. But what is it? It is a direct expense. Is this clear? Job work charge. On similar lines. Yes, I want to manufacture the shirt, but I don't want to keep all my employees and everyone. So there is another person. Imagine to Sharaj I am telling, Sharaj, yes, this is the shirt. This is how you will have to manufacture. You have to stitch and give it to me. For every shirt I will give you 200 rupees. So Sharaj will stitch and give it to me. I will pay him 200 rupees. Now for every shirt I am paying 200. That means direct cost. But yes, what is it? Am I paying him for the material? No. Am I paying him for the labor? Is he my employee? No. That means what is it? It is direct expense. As simple as that. Okay, power and fuel. For one job, I specifically wanted to incur some power and fuel cost. Or else, for one particular task, I wanted a specific design. Again, directly for that particular job. Yes, for one job, I wanted a specific equipment or anything else. Now, pay attention. Question number 26 is there. Question number 27 is there. Yes, very difficult question. Pay attention, everyone. Yes, Aditya Limited is an engineering manufacturing company which is producing a job order on the basis of specification given by customer. During the last month, it has completed 3 job works, namely A, B and C. 3 jobs it has done. Following are items of expenditure which are incurred apart from material and direct labor. Okay. Pay attention. Office and administration cost. Tell me, is it a direct expense? It is a common administration cost. No, sir. Product blueprint for job A. For job A, specifically I have come up with a blueprint. What is it, students? It is a direct expense. For which job? For job A. As simple as that. Higher charges paid for machinery used for job work B. Specifically for job work B, I wanted a machinery. So what is it? Direct expense for job B. Salary to office attendant. So normal will not come here. Next, one-time license fee. I purchased a license for software used to make computerized graphic for job C. What is it? Direct expense for job C. If they give you the name of the job, it is specific. Salary paid to marketing manager. No, common. Calculate direct expense. The most difficult question you will ever do. Yes or no? What I'll have to do? Yes, here for job A, I will write this 1,40,000. For job B, I will write this 40,000. For job C, I will write this 50,000. I will add. Question over. Very difficult. Okay, everyone. Yes, we have even more difficult question for all of you guys. Pay attention. Question number 27. Following expenditures are incurred for Aditya Limited. Last one was also Aditya Limited. Huh? Okay, I say is very intelligent. They did not even change the name also. They are very lazy to change the name also. Okay. Paid for power and fuel. I have told you specifically for a job. If I incur power and fuel, direct expense. Yes, wages paid to factory workers. Where will it come? It is my direct labor cost, students. Yes, bill paid to job workers. Job work. Specifically, direct expense. Royalty. Direct expense. Fee paid to a technician who is hired for a job. For one job, I wanted a technician. For him, I paid specifically for a job. Direct expense. Administration will not come here. Commission will not come here. So 480,200, 9,66,000, 8,400 and 96,000. If I add, I got the total of the direct expense. Is this clear, everyone? Very level question. Very difficult. The most difficult question you will ever encounter in your lifetime. Okay, everyone. But because these questions are there, we have discussed. As simple as that. Is this clear, everyone? Any doubt? With this, we have officially finished the chapter labor costing and direct expenses. Now, one simple question is there, which is a case scenario based MCQ, which is published in RTP May 24. Tomorrow we'll discuss that. Okay. And tomorrow we will start with the chapter overheads. Again, a very beautiful chapter. Okay. We will start with the chapter overheads tomorrow. Is this clear, everyone? Ideally, in 3 days, overhead should get over. For tomorrow, your target is going to be departmental rate method. So, watch the concept video fully until the end of departmental rate method. Once that concept is over, then I'll be telling. Now, we'll start with the new concept of machine hour rate. that you need not watch. Okay, till the end of departmental rate method you will have to watch, probably one entire video you will have to watch. Very important to understand the concept, to understand things logically. Okay, so based on that we will continue with the tomorrow sessions. Is this clear everyone? Okay sir. Sai Sumi is asking, sir, what is the cost of your class? Dear, you can drop a message to the number 83102 46880. I will repeat, 83102 46880. They will share all the details regarding the classes. Okay dear? Okay sir. With this shall we end the session, students? Okay. I hope you've got confidence in labor costing as well. We've solved all questions from study material as well as past 8 to 10 attempt past paper questions also we have solved. Okay, so slowly, step by step, let us understand every chapter. Let us solve questions from every chapter. Gain the confidence. Go to the next chapters. Slowly, day by day, step by step, let us ensure that we make costing a strong core paper. And do not remember the promise that we made on the very first day. I want all of you guys to score an exemption in costing. Okay, so my mission will be accomplished on the day you are getting your results, and you will text me telling that, sir, I got 60 plus. I want some of you guys to score 70, 80, 90 as well. Okay, everyone. Yes, questions for practice. What you can do is, try question number 13, question number 14. As well as question number 15. Okay, everyone. So thanks for yet another amazing session. Good night, sir. Only 20 likes, okay, what can be done? Okay, effort is in our hands. Okay, yes, so with that we end the session. Thank you so much, my dear warriors. Keep studying, keep smiling, keep working hard, keep making your parents proud, and see you for the next session. Have a great day.